Hey guys, Nerd Reviews London here, and today I am at Wembley Ovo Arena for the Attack on Titan Beyond the Wall concert. And as you can see behind me, it's packed here tonight. So let's take you inside and see what's going on.
There was a lot of people here, as you can see. I was here about 2 hours earlier, and there was still so many people queuing up even at that time. And as you can see from inside, there's a hell of a lot of people here. Of course, it was no surprise this concert was as popular as it was. Attack on Titan is a global success, and in my opinion, has one of the best soundtracks out there for any anime. So this was not a concert of Linked Horizon, who perform a lot of the intros for Attack on Titan. So you didn't hear no songs such as Gurren no Yamiya or Shinzo Sasageo. I probably butchered those. But it didn't perform any of the intros and outros. This was the OST of the soundtrack of Attack on Titan. So you had songs like The Warriors, Traitors, The Fall of Marley, Counterattack Mankind, being a personal favourite of mine, Splinter Wolf, and other such songs. Balkalotse as well as another one. Again, probably butchered the pronunciation of that. And it was phenomenal to hear these songs being performed live with these scenes from the anime on the screen. I've been to a number of concerts for these kind of shows, such as Final Fantasy's Distant Worlds concerts and the Assassin's Creed ones and stuff. I've been to a lot of video game ones. This is the first anime one I've ever gone to. I've missed out on a few before, such as the One Piece concert and the Studio Ghibli ones that have been performed in London a few times before. So this was the first Attack on Titan, or first anime concert in general, that I got to go and see. And overall, I had a phenomenal experience. It was really good for the price of the show. It wasn't too bad. It was affordable. I paid £69 for my ticket. And I felt like I got a really good experience there. The venue for the concert was really good. I'm pretty sure I've been there before. Back in 2016, I went to see the Legend of Zelda Goddess concert. And if it was the same venue, it was a lot better than now than it was back in 2016. I specifically remember in 2016, there was only one screen and there was a lot of metal framing around it and wires dangling, which blocked a good portion of the screen's visibility. Whereas at this concert, there was nothing like that around it. Plus, there was just three screens this time. You had the main screen in the middle and then you had one either side of it. So you had two others. I'm not going to lie and say I'm the biggest Attack on Titan fan. I'm not. I think it's a good anime. I think it's a solid anime. I do recommend it to people that are just getting into anime. And I think it is well worth watching, even if the ending is very iffy. But as far as animes go, it has one of the best OSTs out there in my opinion. I've always loved the song Counterattack Mankind. That is one of my favourite tracks and I was so happy to hear that live. But then there's so many other tracks that I forgot were so good. I didn't know the name of it, but Balkalotse is absolutely phenomenal. Splinter Wolf, that was a banger. There was actually an encore performed of Zero Eclipse into Barricades, the instrumental version. Barricades got a cheer and a round of applause in itself, so clearly a very popular song. And a lot of people missed that because after the show had finished, a lot of people had just started immediately leaving their seats. Maybe because there was an Oasis concert at Wembley Stadium right next door to us, which seats like 30,000 people, if not more. So they knew it would be very hard to transport out of there afterwards, to get transport out. Overall, I thought it was an amazing concert, as you can tell. The energy was electric, atmosphere was incredible, fans were very excited, there was a lot of people there in cosplay, and overall it was just a great concert. And they had some merch for sale. They had a CD soundtrack of the performance, they had an official tour t-shirt, which I didn't end up getting, but what I did get was the tour poster, as you can see behind me on the wall. And they also had a program, and this was a really nice one. It was a hardback program with some images inside, as well as information about the concert and everything going on. And overall, it was just really good. Very worth experiencing. One thing I will say is, this might have just been for this show, but there was the Oasis concert next door, which had 10 times as many people as there were here. And they both came out at the same time. So getting home was an absolute nightmare. The train station was chock-a-block. The roads were chock-a-block with traffic. And it was just an incredible nightmare. It took me like about 3.5 hours to get home. The concert finished at 10:30 and I got home at 2:30 in the morning. So maybe even 4 hours, I guess. If you're ever going to a performance that finishes late at night, make sure you always have a way to get home. Make sure you're always prepared on your route home. If you did attend this concert, I'd love to know your thoughts on it and what you thought. What songs stuck out to you? What was your standout moments? If you saw any great cosplays or have any photos, I'd love to see them. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed the concert, and I hope there's any more that are coming up, you're going to them and you enjoy yourselves. So thanks for watching and take care.